are you doing today? You said that your name's Edna?
Yes, my name is Edna.
Yeah. It says that you're on my claim, and as my claim specialist supervisor, and I can give you a claim number if you'd like.
Please.
Yeah, it's a 22 TAC 131930.
I'm sorry, it's 22-13 and then?
1930.
Are you the injured worker?
I am.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me pull up that claim.
Okay. This claim I've constantly had issues with. This is a real horror story. And
okay, hold on a second. Let me get to this your claim first. Bear with me one moment.
Okay. I did want to forewarn you that my contact information, every single time I've ever been in my claim, it's always incorrect. I mean, I'm serious. I cannot remember one single time that my information has ever been correct in this claim. It's the wildest thing I've ever experienced.
Okay, one moment.
Currently, in my claim, ma'am, the authorized representative is incorrect, and my contact phone number is also incorrect.
Hold on. What is your name?
My name is Garrett Cole Bearden.
And what is the correct phone number?
Yes, ma'am. My cell phone number is the number I'm calling you off of. It's 713-443-6863. And also, I'm not represented by anybody.
Okay. So you don't have an attorney of record?
No. Pevlin and Gallucci already... They sent an R2 in to look at my claim, but after that they sent over another letter, saying to remove them. And every time that happens, whoever was the last person to look into it, every single time over this past 2 years, it never changes. And so what happens is that whenever I try to get representation, right, one of the downfalls that I have is that I have to explain to them that, no, I'm not being represented. And they're like, well, it says right here that you are being represented by somebody. And then, and then I get in this back and forth, with, a potential, law firm to represent me. And it's just right out of the gate. We're already, having issues, and it's just that time and time again this happens.
Okay. Did you talk with the person who handled your claim?
Oh, who, Rashawn?
No, this is Dominic.
No, I don't talk to that person. No, ma'am, Dominic changed my injury location and decided not to tell me. That's okay. I have been asking for Dominic to get changed and not be associated with my claim whatsoever. I don't feel it's ethical at this point for him to even be associated with my claim.
Okay. Can I put you on a brief hold so I can look for this information? Bear with me one moment, okay?
What do you need to look for, ma'am?
I have to look at your claim right now. Can I put you on hold?
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you for holding. Garrett, I see here that you only have authorization to talk to Roshan. I'm going to let him know that you call, and he will give you a call back.
So I have a question in that. Is that, it's very odd to me that I'm only allowed to speak to this one person when in fact, you and Dominique and these other people are clearly associated with my claim, as claim specialist. And I don't understand why I am only limited to talking to one person when in fact, he's not even listed on this claim.
I'm going to transfer the call. One moment.
Well, I mean, ma'am, that's a very simple. It's a very simple thing.
Keep calling the Ombuds office of the Ohio Workers' Compensation System. To assure high-quality service, our supervisors may monitor or record this call. Hello, this is Kim from the Ombuds office. How can I help you?
Yes, my name is Garrett Cole Bearden, and unfortunately, I keep on finding myself, to y'all's office because I'm being referred to y'all's office, and I've had a lot of issues with my claim, and
Cole, you've called us before. There's nothing more that we can do. You need to talk to Ray Sean.
Right, but
that's all we can do is refer you to them.
Ma'am, right, but where I'm having issues is with these claim specialists. And for instance, I cannot, every single time I get into my claim, it doesn't have the correct email address, contact phone number, and these are things that I update, and it's
you need to talk to Ray Sean
about updating my ad. I mean, ma'am, I'm telling you, ma'am, I'm telling you that the same people that you're telling me, she's hung up on me. Good God Almighty.
You're calling the Ombuds office of the Ohio Workers' Compensation System. To assure quality service, our supervisors may monitor or record this call. Ombuds office, Amy speaking.
Hello, Amy. I just called and Kim just hung up on me, and it's just I don't understand why y'all are giving me this much grief whenever I'm calling y'all because I need help. And I don't like it as much as anybody, but the people that y'all are sending me to, ma'am, are the same people that I'm having issues with. And it's very counterproductive that I have zero checks and balances associated with my claim. And I just feel it is just unfair, on every level, that my injury and my claim has not been handled correctly since day one, and I don't understand what I haven't done anything to deserve this.
Okay, well, unfortunately, BWC has instructed us whenever you call that you need to speak with Rashawn, and he's the only person that you're supposed to be speaking with.
But hold on.
We have to
How
go
is
by
that?
Rashawn.
I mean, look, hold on now. With that being said, how is that even lawfully legal? You know, I'm asking you something. So you're telling me that somebody, I'm assuming one of your superiors, whoever said that to you, who said that to you? Because the BWC.
We were instructed by BWC.
Right, which, I mean, you work for BWC?
We work with BWC, yes.
Right, okay. So, I mean, but you don't, right, but you're supposed to be, the non-bias, a remedy for people that are having issues, like me. I mean, just like me,
Right, but your claim is handled through BWC, so anything having to do with your claim needs to go through them.
Right, but
and that's when they want you to speak with Rashawn.
But if you are a remedy for injured workers, because I've been referred over to y'all's office multiple times for the same issues that I'm still having today. Like, ma'am, I cannot get.
Unfortunately, there's nothing else that we can help you with.
But
that's why you have to
ma'am, if I'm telling you that I cannot get the correct I can't even get the correct contact information in my claim, okay? Then who do I go to? If I'm already going to these people, right? I have nobody else to go to help me, other than your office, of which I've been referred to time and time again, and just epically been let down time and time again. I don't deserve. Nobody deserves that. I'm not calling y'all to waste anybody's time or do anything like that. By God, if I was hurt at work, I was hurt at work, and if I want to fight this, under the letter of the law, right? I have every right to do that. But this whole, the Ombuds office can't help me, and you're only supposed to speak to this one person. It's counterproductive for everybody.
What contact information are you calling about?
What contact information do you have? Because I have, and here's another big issue that I've got, is that I've got two claim numbers. Whenever in all reality, I should only have one. Everything should be going through my original claim number, and this 23 claim, I wish that it wasn't even associated with me or my name or anything. I had to file that because I didn't have any appeals left in 2022. And what I'm finding is that whenever I'm sending stuff over to be put into my 22 claim, it's ending up in my 23 claim. And it's just, whenever I go from the BWC website to the, Industrial Commission Icon website, the information isn't really parallel. Like it's not, it's not, in sync with one another. And I mean, these, how? Trust me, if there was a way, I mean, God, I'm not even getting the basics. From anybody. Just the very essentials. I'm not receiving that. It's not fair. It's just, all it does is just prolong stuff, and it's inefficient for everybody.
What's your your claim number?
It is like I just said, I have two of them, but my main one is 22 TAC 131930, And whenever I just went into there, my email and my phone number is incorrect. I mean, man, day one, it's been every time I go in there, somebody has changed it from me updating it. I go into the system, I update it, and and then furthermore, it's like, I found this a lot too. Like whenever I'm telling you that this stuff isn't on sync or whatever, it's like fraud. Man, this thing is crazy. Y'all are wilding out. But, like, sometimes the information that the Industrial Commission doesn't reflect the same information. We're just talking about basic information here. It doesn't reflect what the BWC's website reflects. And it's just like, if we can't even get my basic contact information correct, you could imagine what else has been screwed up.
Okay. Well, I'll contact BWC in regards to this. What phone number do you want them to call you back at?
I only have one phone number, ma'am. It's 713-443-6863. And my email that they have on file isn't correct either.
Okay. I will let them know.
And also, just so that I don't have to keep calling y'all. I mean, I need somebody other than Rashawn that could help me, remedy this. Like look, if your office is just going to listen to, like you said, somebody at the BWC said that you can't speak with us, then I need somebody that I can speak with. I mean, I've got to as an injured person, I got to have some kind of rights. And it doesn't bring me any satisfaction to sit here and say that your office has just let me down time and time again. I don't understand. I have said the truth, and I'm the one that's used good faith. I have gone out and bent over backwards to prove the facts of my claim. And it's just like, I mean, for a year now, a solid year now, I have had issues with just getting the basics. Like, for instance, what we're discussing right now, contact information, constantly incorrect. Every time that I fax over evidence into my claim, it doesn't get uploaded. And by God, the stuff that does get uploaded, you can't even read it. It's literally illegible. I mean, how do I defend myself against that? If y'all aren't going to do, I mean, because here's the deal, is that I don't have the luxury of just walking away from this injury. If I did, I'd have done it a long time ago. But I don't. I can't. I'm too jacked up. And so, with that being said, it's like, if I can't even get the basic things, or help with this, then we're just going to keep on running around in circles. And that's where it's like, look, I'm not asking for a whole lot here. I'm just asking for, the basics. And I haven't gotten the basics in a long time. So then who? Look, if the Ombuds office is going to say, we cannot help you, which is something that I'm not unaccustomed to at this point, but I don't know who else to call because I keep on getting referred back to y'all by people that don't, apparently they don't realize that the BWC said that y'all can't talk to me, so from that point y'all don't talk to me. I would feel like if your office, worked in good faith, you'd say, sorry, that's not how this works. I mean, right?
we can only do what BWC. If they don't want us to speak with you, then they want to speak with you, that's their option, because this is their claim, not our claim, obviously. So I will inform them about the contact information, okay?
No, but what about the other things that I just discussed? Hung up on me.
Ohio Industrial Commissioner, can I help you?
Yes, ma'am. Hello. I need to speak with, I don't know who I need to speak with, but I need to speak with somebody. I'm going through a really bad situation over there at the PWC, and I can't. I have just this past year, I have just had issues, time and time again with my claim. I'm not getting the basic essentials help, from my claim specialist.
Yeah, I'm definitely sorry to hear that. Do you know your claim number, and I can look at your claim?
Yes, ma'am. I have two claim numbers, but they're only for one injury. And my original one is 22 TAC 131930.
131930?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And like some of the issues is like it's like every time I log in, my email's incorrect, my phone number's incorrect. It's like all my contact information is incorrect. And furthermore, like whenever I go into Icon, it'll be like they'll be different. It's just it's overwhelming, because I'll go in and I'll update it, and then it'll get changed back to an old number, and it's like, man, that's not me. Trust me, there's no advantage for me as an injured worker to have or upload or put incorrect basic contact information in either BWC E account or the Industrial Commission Icon account, and it's just like if that just very basic essential thing, if I'm having issues with that, right? I mean, you could just imagine the other issues that might be associated here, and it's just this is overwhelming. And then another thing is like every single time they have that I'm being represented by somebody, and it's like I'm not. And where that gives me issues is like I've been trying to get representation for this claim, and what happens is that I'll give them my social, and the first thing out of their mouth is, well, you're being, you're currently represented by somebody, and then I have to explain to them that I'm not, and that the BWC or whoever, workers' comp doesn't essentially update, my claim or my profile to reflect the things that it should reflect, and it's a disadvantage to me, to say the least. And whenever I call over there, I just had two ladies for instance, right before I called you, ma'am, I had two ladies on the phone from the Ombuds office because, I get referred over to those people because there's supposed to be a remedy for me, to help with these, like whenever I don't know if I just told you because I just basically telling you the same thing that I've just talked to these other people about over there at the BWC and Ombuds, but like I can't even get my evidence uploaded into my claim, and the stuff that does make it into my claim, it's literally illegible. By the time it hits my claim folder, you can't even read it anymore. And it's like, these are things that, like, I don't know how to defend myself against that because as per the Ombuds office, the two ladies that just talked to me, they're not even allowed to talk to me. And it's like, I haven't done anything to deserve any of this. And it's just like, I have, they only allow me to speak to one person. And the irony is that Rashawn guy which is the only person that I'm quote unquote authorized to talk to, isn't even in my claims. Both my claims, my 22 Tech 131930, and then also my 23 Tech, what is it? It's 23 Tech 109478, okay? That guy, Rashawn, isn't even my claim specialist or my claim specialist supervisor in either one of those. And like what they're doing is, it's like I understand to a degree kind of what they're doing, and they're basically shuffling around, if I send something over, they won't put it in my 22 claim, they'll put it in my 23 claim, and it's just, there's some information's in one, some information's in other, and it's just,
No, yeah, I totally understand. I'm sorry you're going through so much stuff. So, are you saying that when everything was updated on the 19th, your phone number and email, that was not you that updated it?
What was the update? Like what was it at, and what did it change to? And then I could tell you yes or no.
So it looks like you had 316-990-5524, and it got changed to 713-816-9914.
Ma'am, no, that is not me. Ma'am, that is my mother's phone number. Like, like my emergency this is what I'm talking about. This is right there, a prime example. Ma'am, I have never updated my contact phone number to my mother's cell phone number.
Okay. Did you talk to her to see maybe by chance if she got in there to try and help you out and accidentally updated it?
Ma'am, my mother doesn't even know my claim number. I 100% can assure you that my mother did not do that. I went into my Icon account. I couldn't tell you if it was the 19th or not, okay, just off of shorthand. But I just recently updated it in the Industrial Commission Icon because once again I went in there, it was wrong. But I updated it to my cell phone number, which is 713-443-6863. And this is what this is right there, ma'am. What you just said is what I'm battling against. And look, y'all, trust me, this has been hard enough. And if I could have shaken this injury that happened at work, I would have done it, and I would have left this claim at a long time ago, at any point. But this spine injury that I got out there at work, I can't shake it. I can't. And, by God, if I was hurt at work, I was hurt at work, But this whole, changing my information and not allowing me to, have any kind of remedy whenever I'm not able to upload my own evidence into my claim, or have a correct, basic essential contact information be on point. I mean, come on. It's going too far. I've never, ever, ever dealt with something that's so corrupt. I mean, I swear to God. And ma'am, I'm not saying this. It doesn't bring me any pleasure. I wish I could say good things about this experience, but this is absolutely wild.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely seems like it's a lot bigger of an issue. Let me see if I can get you with IT and they can.
Oh yeah, I need to speak with IT too, because I mailed y'all a what do you call those things? Like a memory disk, because I have it's like, man, look, if they're not gonna upload my evidence through paperwork, right? And I can't do that. I made videos, and I mailed them over, and so I'm glad that you said that, because I needed to talk to y'all's IT anyways.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I'm so sorry you're going through all this. Give me just a second, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, do you by chance know any? So is the Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Is the IT people? I mean, is there somebody? I guess look. If I'm getting hung up on, and I'm not being disrespectful, look, I'm just a guy that's trying to make it here, and is there any sort of remedy that the Industrial Commission might have for somebody? Because look, I should be able to go to the Ombuds office and have some kind of, non-biased third party here to kind of facilitate things, and unfortunately, according to them, because the BWC said that the Ombuds office isn't allowed to help me. I mean, literally, I record every single conversation, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm telling you that what I've experienced, I wouldn't believe if I was told. I wouldn't believe the things that I've been through if I just flat out said that, well, this is what's been going on. I wouldn't believe that person. But I'm here to tell you that 100%, that everything that I'm telling you is 100% true. And it's just, this is too much.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it definitely is, especially because, you were hurt at work, and it shouldn't be that hard to be taken care of. But, yeah, let me get you with the IT and see if they can help you get your password and everything set up and see what's going on. 1 second.
The Ohio Industrial Commission IT Help Desk.
Man, this is crazy.
IT Help Desk, this is Brian.
Howdy. Well, I'd like to start off with, I mailed y'all a, what do you call it, like a memory stick or what have you? What do you call those things?
Okay, a flash drive?
Yes, flash drive.
Okay.
And I was wondering if y'all have received it. First question I had.
I can check on that. What claim number is this flash drive associated with?
It should be 22 TAC 131930.
Okay. Check. 22-131930.
Yes, sir.
Right. The only entry we have listed is
Mm.
All right, 21131930.
And then, well, I mean, the flash drive had a sticker of it with that claim number on it, but my other claim number is 23 TAC 109478.
23109478.
Yes, sir.
2978. Can't find anything for that either.
Well, that's pretty concerning because, it should have made it there by now.
What day did you mail it?
Early last week, they said that it should have landed there like around Friday or so. Thursday, Friday, somewhere in there.
Yep. These sometimes get lost in the mail room. 1 second.
I can't say that like the thing I sent it in was like those, like a file sender, but it was turquoise.
Okay. Do you know the address you sent it to?
It was at 30 Spring Street.
Okay, 30 West Spring Street.
Yeah.
I'm concerned that it got sent to the wrong office. There's several different agencies in the building, and it's mixed up from one agency to the other. So it's possible that happened.
What is an address that would go specifically, to y'all then?
I can give it to you now. Let me pull that up. So this is hard copy evidence, is what you're referring to. So I'm going to give you the address that is specifically for hard copy evidence. So if you're sending this in, you want to write the Industrial Commission of Ohio.
Hold on. I'm writing this down. Okay.
Alright, that's the Industrial Commission of Ohio. Next line is customer service, first floor east. There's actually 2 customer service offices on the first floor. So you want to say customer service, first floor east. Then 30 West Spring Street. And Columbus, Ohio, 43215.
43215.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I'm assuming that the. Okay, so hard copy evidence is the thing that's referring to y'all, I'm assuming.
Yes, hard copy evidence is what we call these discs.
Right.
Because it's actual textual drive, so it's a hard copy rather than just on a computer or soft copy.
Okay.
And I would suggest you just write a quick letter, just explaining this is from here's my name, here's the claim number, please add this to my claim file as evidence, just a quick explanation. That just helps it get where it needs to go quicker.
You mean whenever I send something, or?
Sure, if you're sending something like a flash drive in,
Right.
just write it on a piece of paper and stick it in the envelope.
What happens because I'm sure that I'm probably not the first person that this has happened to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What happens now that like something's been sent, we don't know where it is? What's the next step typically there?
Well, we're going to look for it.
Okay.
That's the next step. If we can find it, then it'll get added to the claim file. if we look for it and we can't find it, unfortunately, there's a lot of places it could wind up. It could be sitting on someone's desk that they don't know what to do with it. It could be stuck in the back of a different agency's mailroom. Unfortunately, there's a lot of ways it could go missing.
Right.
So we are going to look, but I don't want to give you any guarantee.
Okay. All right. And then I have another issue.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how you can help with this issue, but all help is much appreciated, and I'll say that off the rip. But I have just been having a lot of issues with the BWC, and for instance, I'm not able to get my evidence uploaded into my claim. The stuff that does get uploaded into my claim, it's literally illegible. Like, you can't read it. Furthermore, my contact information, I cannot tell you how many times I have updated my contact information for it to be then changed to the wrong contact information after I update it. And then it's like every time that I go into my claim, it's got, like, for instance, today, it's got, and then obviously it's got the wrong email, it's got the wrong phone number. It's like, how do I defend myself against that? And then another thing is that I found this too, that my contact information on the BWC website will be different and not reflect the same contact information on the Icon website. And it's just like, I've called I've spoken to the Ombuds office, and, before I called over to y'all today, like right now, I had 2 of them hang up on me. And it's just like, I wasn't raising my voice, I wasn't disrespectful. I'm literally going to these people for help, and I was going to them for help. I've been going, because I keep on getting referred back over to them,
Okay.
And, they're only allowing me to speak to one person over there at the BWC, and that person isn't even listed on my claims, and it's just like, look, y'all, how do I defend myself against, look, I'm just asking for basic necessities here,
Yeah.
And
you want to make sure that you got your address right, because they send stuff to the mail all the time, and if their address is wrong, you're not going to get it. So that address needs to be right.
Well, I mean, yeah, and emails need to be correct, and phone numbers need to be correct. Like right now, somebody apparently on the 19th changed a wrong phone number to another wrong phone number. They changed my old phone number, which I didn't upload it. I didn't put that old phone number in there, right? I mean, every time what's the advantage of me putting in the wrong contact information, okay? And then I'll admit to it, okay? It's not me that's doing this. But what they did is they changed my old phone number to my mother's cell phone number. Which, by the way, this isn't my mother that's doing this, because my mom doesn't even know my claim number to do it,
Yeah.
And it's like, how do I defend myself? I don't know how to defend myself against that.
Okay. Well, I'll see what I can do. I can tell you that, as far as what the BWC does, I don't know how they handle their addresses, and they should have a way to get that changed and to make sure it is correct, but that's not something I really have any access to. It's a completely separate agency, so it sounds like it's really difficult to deal with, but I don't have any more access than you do to what's going on over there, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, how is that supposed to work, though? Like, aren't these addresses and contacts supposed to be, like, in sync with one another?
They are, yeah. And I can see that on our end, when the Bureau makes changes, it comes over on our end. So I want to take a look at the address and phone numbers we have on our file and just go through what's correct and what's not and see if we can get this taken care of.
Okay.
So let's start with your address. What is your correct address?
It is 16855 Mammoth Springs Drive.
Okay. That's what we have listed. 16855 Mammoth Springs Drive. And would you confirm the city, state, and zip for me, please?
It's Houston, Texas 77095.
All right, we got that correct. Well, that's a good start.
You're right. I'll take it. Take the wins where I can get them these days. And then my phone number is the only one that should be on file, which is this 713 443 6863.
All right, we have that one on file. We have two numbers on file.
Well, yeah. So I noticed that is that there's like a day phone and then like an evening phone.
For here it doesn't list why there's two. It just lists two. So maybe the bureau has them listed as a night phone and a day phone. We just have two numbers listed.
What is the other number?
713-816-9914.
Yeah, so that number needs to be removed. That's my mother's cell phone number. I don't even know how. I might have put that number as an emergency contact on a form or something. But, sir,
Okay.
I assure you that I have never put that as my contact number. So
All right.
yeah, that needs to be just totally erased,
Okay.
and or replaced with, I guess my cell phone number again, because I screenshotted it. I was like, what the heck is that? Like, there's a day phone and then an evening phone. And the day phone had my mother's cell phone number on it, and then the evening phone had my, my contact, my actual contact phone number. So.
Okay.
And then my email should be it's my last name Bearden, Bearden, TX like Texas, the number 5 at gmail.com.
All right, that one's listed here, so that's correct. So on our end, I see that we do have that second phone number, which is your mom's. That one needs to be removed. Let's see if I can find its contact info. So on the bureau, the BWC, they have your correct address. Phone number is completely different. It's a 316 number. Is a 316 number, does that sound familiar at all to you?
Yeah, it's a phone number that I had in 2022.
Okay. So that one is old and needs to be changed. And then there's an email address. It's another one that has your name, but it's different.
It's Colbearden45.
Yeah, that's what they have listed.
So
Sounds like
that's the same. That's the same from the same period. But sir, I have updated that several times. To the correct one. I mean, look, man, I am fully aware that I'm going through something that is nefarious, to say the least. Okay, but this is wild. Like, and look, man, it's not bringing me any pleasure to say that I'm, that I'm having to deal with this, I mean, it's not, man. This isn't fun for me,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm riddled with pain. If my claim was handled correctly, I could have been fixed and back to work in 2022, And by God, this has been such a nightmare of experience. If my spine could just magically fix itself and my back pain go away, my chronic pain that I live with now, I'd have done it a long time ago, taken the loss, 100%, by God, because I'd rather work. But here's the deal: is that I can't just give up on this because I can't work, and I've been out of work now for 2 years. So I don't look, man. I don't come. I'm high class white trash, man. I come from, outskirts of Houston, Texas, from basically nothing. So it's not like I come from a rich family or something. Is what I'm getting at, And before this injury, I was the breadwinner in my, in my household. And, so, with all that being said, I can't just walk away from this. But, it's like, I can't even get the basics, and it's going too far. It's been going too far for a long time, but, I mean, like, for instance, I have 4 charges. Like, I had to leave Ohio, man. I was like, dude, this is crazy, It's like, man, if I'm going to fight these people, I got to fight them from abroad. So I came back to Texas, but I was up there in Ohio for 2 years, homeless, going through this, wicked appeals process and, turning in evidence that, wouldn't even make it to my claim file. And it's like, good God, man, if I truly wasn't hurt at work and I truly didn't, wasn't due benefit, then I wouldn't be going through these kinds of, issues, in my opinion, But the fact that I am having to deal with all this stuff, it's just more confirmation, that like clearly, I mean, somebody knows the secret, right? And that my employer screwed up, and I'm the one that's bearing the burden of it. If we're going to be dealing in truth, that's what's going on. But it's like, dude, whenever I call over there, my own claim specialists that are on my claims won't even talk to me. I have to talk to this one person. The Ombuds office says the same thing and then hangs up. And this has been going on for a year now. This is, dude, I'm not a bad guy, I mean, I'm not,
If you were just exaggerating things, or if you were just trying to scam people, then you wouldn't get any sympathy. But you got hurt. You want to get what's right.
Right. Well, but fair. That being said, it's like I said, dude, they're trying to charge me with theft of benefits and stuff, and I'm like, I'd love to see your discovery packet or the evidence, because like if you had my SD card, this is what I had to do was. My stuff got so bad that I started making collages of my evidence. It's kind of like the first, thing that I did, right? Because whenever I would send over evidence, let's just say like, I would send over this piece of evidence, and this piece of evidence had 5 or 6 pieces of paper, right? That all make up this one piece of evidence. Well, what they would do at one point was they would they would then separate all pieces of those evidence and then name them God knows what, and it's like, how do you follow, this piece of evidence? It's like you got to click on 5 different folders now instead of just putting it under one folder and then correctly, titling it. No, that would never happen. So you know what I started? I literally started building collages. I was like, you know what? If these motherfuckers are gonna, only put in, one piece of paper, by God, that one piece of paper is gonna have, everything that you need to know on it, right? And then recently, it's like, well, I've got so much evidence, proving the validity of everything that I've experienced, because this has just turned into something that's just crazy. And that I had to make I made videos. And, look, I record everything. I haven't lost a damn napkin since this started. And that's why I started making these videos that, that it's a shame that you didn't receive it, but it's like I'm doing all this because I can't get my evidence in. It's like, how do I defend myself whenever I can't even, I can't even get my right phone number in the claim. It's like, if I'm having issues with just the basic stuff, then we could just imagine how bad the other stuff is. And, man, it's like, look, dude, I'm not here to waste anybody's time, by God.
I mean, I'm looking at your claim file in the bureau, and it's obviously got the wrong address, so that's got to get fixed. And I think you're absolutely right
What? Which?
The other one. Sorry, the phone number 316-990. You
Right.
said that's about 2 years old. Yeah, that's got to get fixed.
Oh yeah.
You can't.
Oh man,
so,
dude.
Yeah, you're right. You can't expect.
Before my claim was in common pleas, whenever it was still going through the system, okay? Remind you, whenever it was still in y'all's system, the Ombuds office was saying the same thing. You know, it's like nothing's changed. You know, we're right back at square one. If anything, it's just gotten worse. But, like, I ended up, you know, being able to, like, show things like they would change my contact information whenever I was getting, like, letters and correspondence and stuff. I mean, that's wild, you know. But it's not, I'm not, think about it. What is the advantage of me going into the system or calling in and updating the wrong contact information? I'll admit to it whenever somebody tells me the advantage, because there's none, you know. And you know, I didn't get a lot of mail back then because of stuff like that, you know. And it's just like, whenever I go and I find this, it's heartbreaking, you know. It's just like, dude, nobody deserves this, man. I'm not a bad guy. I'm just a guy that was hurt at work, you know. I'm just a guy who's trying to, like, move on with life. By God, you know, don't offer this thing if it's going to be like this. I feel like, you know. Hell, I don't know if honestly, going back, it's like, I don't know if I'd have been better off if I'd have never filed, you know, and that's shameful. But I have nobody to remedy anything with. Like, the fact that you're just sitting here talking to me, and, you know, it's like, I don't even get this, you know, anywhere. And you know, so I sent in a reconsideration because, man, like, if I told you what that's why I made these videos, is because my testimony and what I've experienced is 100% unbelievable. And if somebody told me the truth, right, of what I've experienced, I wouldn't believe that person either. You know, I mean, hand to God. You know, I mean, it's just it's just that far fetched. You know.
Yeah.
But by God, you know, I have the proof. You know, and with that, all that being said, I filed a motion to, you know, for reconsideration, because some of these statutes fall under the category for a reconsideration. And I had seen where...
Yeah, I see that one listed. Motion for reconsideration.
Can you tell me the update on that, or if there is any update, or what's going on there?
Alright, so I see it was filed on March 13th. Just going to see what the documents that came after that. Injured worker changed info, or contact info changed.
What was it changed to and from?
Let's see. This one, it says your daytime phone. Previously you didn't have one listed, but then that was changed to 713-443-6863. So that's your actual phone. Your old evening phone was listed as 316-990-5524. And you said that's the one that was 2 years old.
Right.
And it was changed to 713-816-9914.
Whoever did that needs to, in my opinion, lose their job at the very least.
Okay.
That, sir, 1,000% was not me. I did go into there, and I did change my, once again, you know, I mean, this isn't anything that's new to me, man. I have to change this nearly every time I go in. In fact, for a long time, I didn't even log into the system, because it's like, what's the point? You know, what's the point? Yeah, what's the point of me? Literally, I send over evidence, it won't even make it into my claim file. I update my contact information, it gets changed back to something else. Literally. It's like, so, I mean, for a long time, I didn't even go into there. I was like, what's the point? But, with me filing this reconsideration, because I had to go out and get a goddamn handwriting expert, because, dude, in last year, I, under good faith, because I was able to prove that my company lied on their disposition statements. They gave falsified timesheets and payroll. I mean, like, shit that you just don't do. And I had the evidence. And I filed with the...
That was uploaded just last week. It's marked as evidence, injured worker notes and messages. It looks like it came from you. There's the timesheet, and I believe you're probably the one who did this, but there's a note that says not my signature. Does it sound like something you sent in?
Well, so I had to pay a handwriting expert, like, thousands of dollars, like, top-notch, nationally recognized handwriting expert, because dude, oh my God, I'm about to say something to you, and by God, if you find this, if you find my scan drive, I have the videos uploaded onto it. But what I was able to prove is that my own law firm that I used backdated our agreement and used an electronic signature on this new paperwork, right? Which I wasn't associated with. Furthermore, did I know happened. And when they backdated it, they used a signature from a e-signature that isn't associated to me. And I looked at the signature, and what it is it says Cole, right, with the letter B and then a dot. Sir, I don't write my name Cole B. My name is Garrett Cole Bearden. My entire life, I've gone by Cole Bearden, my middle name. Okay, but whenever I write my name out, I write out Cole Bearden. The only time I put a B to represent my last name is if I'm initialing something, right, which is kind of normal. And that's one of the things I had to send over to this handwriting expert, which did verify, that it didn't come from my hand. So furthermore, with this new client packet that shouldn't be associated with, unfortunately I am though, but what it had with it was, now it had undated medical release authorizations with an e-signature, with my e-signature on it, undated. So those were used by my MCO and by this horrendous care team that I had up in Ohio the last 2 years that I was up there since my injury. And the entire time it was happening, I had no idea. And, I ended up stumbling upon it and was like, what the hell is this kind of thing? And, I told people, but it went in one ear and right out the other. And, and so I was like, God damn it, so I ended up having to go get a handwriting expert, to validate that what I was saying is true. And that's a part of my, that's a part of my reconsideration, man. You can't just, and also they use that same, authorization or whatever. These people, on my first report of injury, I was very clear. It said, Cole, where'd you hurt yourself? My back. Okay? Specifically, where in your back did you hurt yourself? I've been put in that box, middle to upper back. Okay? Because that's where my pain is. That's where I have herniated discs. That's where I've had steroid injections. That's where I pinched nerve, so on and so forth. I had an MCO, a nurse case manager from Minutemen, Ohio Comp. I didn't even know who these people were. But they used falsified medical documents unbeknownst to me and changed my injury location from where I had reported it, middle to upper back, to my lower back is what they did. And so now they were only, and whenever this was all going on, man, back then, I was trying to survive, And whenever this was first going on, like in 2020, I didn't even know the difference between lumbar, thoracic, or cervical, back then. I just didn't know. Okay, I'm a goddamn builder. I'm not a fucking doctor, And, but for them to do that, but the worst part about all that was that nobody told me. So now I'm trying to prove a claim that's no longer even accepted, in my claim now, and I didn't even know it. And it's just like, this is fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so that, but they used that e-signature and some medical records that I've been able to essentially debunk. And yeah, man, I mean, that's what I'm dealing with. I mean, it's just like, this is crazy, man. This is a what everybody's really doing here is, it's stupid. And I get it, it's a gamble, but it's like, dude, these people that are screwing with this evidence and my claim and not, acting accordingly, they're taking a no-fault injury into essentially what could be potentially a criminal matter. I mean, how stupid is that? This is not necessary. Do I want to fight against, all that, but the criminal, no. But on the flip coin of that, I've got the Industrial Commission charged me 4 times with like theft and fraud, and it's like, that's why I said, a little bit ago, I was like, I would love to see the evidence y'all have on me. I'd love to see that. But it's like, if I'm telling you that this is what I'm experiencing, and with all that said, that I'm quote unquote the criminal here, and that I'm actually the one that's being charged, as the fraudster here in this story, right? In this claim, that's crazy. I mean, I need somebody to, help me. I mean, look, I'm not asking for an advantage. I'm just asking for fairness at the very least. I mean, good God.
Yeah. Well, you had asked what kind of updates I can give you about your C-86 request for reconsideration.
Right.
There is a response on that. So this is set to be mailed tomorrow. So that's why you haven't received it yet. It was just made. So it's ex parte order. I'm just reading from the paper. This claim has been previously disallowed. It is the finding of this district hearing officer that the workers' C-86 motion filed March 13th, 2024 is dismissed. The injured worker's request for pain in thoracic spine is dismissed as this is not a compensable diagnosis, and the remainder of the motion requests relief that the Industrial Commission does not have the jurisdiction to grant. That's the text on the document. If you were to log into Icon, you could see it for yourself, and it'll be mailed to you within a couple days. So that's the response to your C-86. So, bad news for you. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
I don't... What could I do to get in front of a hearing officer? I mean, it's just like, do I file another motion and say that, I mean,
there may be a kind of motion you can do to have another hearing. Let me see how far you've gotten in your hearing so far.
I mean, right now it's in common pleas, but look, man.
Okay.
Whenever I contact law firms to represent me, dude, they're going into my claim, and look, if I'm telling you I can't even get my contact information, here's another thing that is constantly wrong in my claims, is that they keep on saying that I'm being represented. It's like I'm trying to get a law firm, right, to represent me, but my claim reflects that I'm currently being represented by somebody, and then I have to explain to this person that I'm actually not being represented, and it's just like, it's a huge red flag, and it's like, I could understand, but, basically what I'm saying is, like, my claim file is not a good representation of me, of my injury, of the facts of the claim. It's not, and if those basic things are incorrect and, constantly, reflecting, information that shouldn't be there, right, or is untrue in some form of the nature, then how does anybody expect me to get legal representation? Don't, I mean.
So, quick question. Who is telling you that you have representation? Was this the Bureau or the Industrial Commission or someone else? You said, was it a new rep?
Right. So whenever I was just on like the BWC website, and if you look at it, says Plevelin and Gallucci's my attorneys, but they have already sent in the deal that says, hey, remove me, right? Because it was just one of these, dozen law firms that I sent, they sent in an R2 to get into my claim, and, it's like, I almost don't blame them for not representing me. My analogy here, okay, that I used, like, this is what I told that judge over there, because, look, I'm not worried about losing my claim. If it comes down to evidence, 1,000% I'm not worried about losing this. But, with that being said, over there in common pleas, I'm not a damn litigator. I don't know how to file exhibits, and I'm not a lawyer, right? So I don't know how to. At least I knew how to, whether or not I'd make it or not. At least I knew the process of how to do things with the Industrial Commission, which was a part of the reason why I filed this reconsideration, right?
Yeah. I can say that neither the Bureau, as of right now, the Bureau and the Industrial Commission don't have a rep listed for you. So if you were to
that's
check
not.
again,
That's not. That's not.
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, I just screenshotted it.
Really? Just now?
Yeah,
And
man.
is this on what? On Icon or
No, BWC.
BWC? Okay.
And it had under claimant representation. It had Plevelin and Gallucci. I just did that like maybe an hour ago.
Okay, that's weird. Sounds like there may be something up with what's showing on their system, because when I look at your account, it says nothing, and then on yours, when you look up your account, it says something. That's strange. Let me check if it's the other claim. I looked up the one claim.
The 22.
Look up the other one.
Yeah.
22. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so it was the other claim that doesn't have anyone listed on the Bureau, so that's where I got mixed up. On our end, you don't have any representation. I don't know why that they still have Levin and Gallucci listed. Let me see if there's a document to dismiss them in there. privilege, you're dismissed. See if the Bureau has that same document. Yeah, they have it. They have that document in their system, and
Man, these simple things, right? What you and I are discussing is child's play compared to the things that have been going on in my claim. But this is just one thing, you know, that you're able to see that, I mean, there's no reason for this.
yeah,
You know? There's no reason for somebody literally went into there after I updated my phone number and added my mother's cell phone number. What the fuck is even that, you know? I mean, come on. That's fucking childish. This is too much, man.
yeah.
Like, I'm not a bad dude. I had a good life before this, and where I'm the most upset is like I literally could have been fixed and back to work 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple herniated discs and a pinched nerve is not something that's, you know, medically, new to the game, dude.
Yeah, it's not like losing a limb.
Right. I mean, dude, but it's like today I'm having issues walking, man. Like my symptoms have gotten way worse. Like,
Yeah.
and it's just like, you know, it's not like I was in some major car accident or something, right? And then I've had like the slow death kind of approach to this, you know, because my nerve damage is just steadily getting worse, you know, the more that I've got this back issue. And it's just like, good God almighty, y'all.
Yeah. My experience, not with just the industrial commission, but with life, I haven't found that everything's always fair, and that sucks. I mean, I haven't been through something like you've been through. I haven't been through anything close to that.
I don't recommend it, man.
That sucks. I don't recommend it, no. Yeah.
Dude, I put a gun in my mouth last year, bro. Like, I'm glad I'm just alive, but you know, it's like, look, I am refusing to become a victim of this, whatever this fraud crap is that I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
You know, the decision to deny my claim, very clear to me, was made early on, and these people just stuck to their guns, and you know, I guess once you start, you know, down a road like what I've dealt with, you know, these people are all in. Well, I guess so am I. I mean, dude, they're all into the fact of where I'm still getting my goddamn contact and stuff. And it's just like, dude, getting my contact information changed and not, you know, updating, you know, my information or whatever. That's terrible, right? But I'm serious whenever I say it's child's play compared to exactly everything that I've been through when dealing with this claim.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what I can do for you. You were asking if there's a way to get another hearing. I don't have that information. I'm relatively new to the Industrial Commission, and I handle the IT stuff, so I don't really know how you would go about that, but I can refer you to someone who does.
Okay.
I can make sure that your phone number is correct on our end, that your mom's phone number, that second one, is taken off. So that can be cleared up at least. I know that's not the biggest issue, but we can at least take care of that. I was looking into how you get the contact information at the Bureau fixed. Did you ever fill out an actual form to get it changed?
No,
Okay.
but you know what? Look, like I said, child's play. Dude,
Yeah.
you know that there's been times in the past where my password reset, like I ended up getting a letter, but there's been, I think, twice in my claim. Anyways, whenever I got continuing jurisdiction at the beginning of last year, dude, somebody went in and updated, changed my password, but I didn't request it. I mean, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy stuff, dude. But that's the kind of stuff that I've been doing. And it's like, dude, bro, I wouldn't believe me unless if I told people that. And I totally agree with them. But to finish off, I told this judge, okay, because he was like, I got to hold you to the same standard as these lawyers, if you're going to represent yourself. So go out and get a lawyer, okay? And it's like, whenever I'm calling these people the past 60 days to do this, they're going in there and, it's like, dude, my fucking contact information isn't correct. You could imagine what else isn't, right? So, it's a total disadvantage. But I told that judge, I said, asking a law firm to represent me is the same thing as if I were to take a vehicle, flip it end over end, okay, and then have it towed over to a Jiffy Lube, hand them the keys and tell them to fix it. You know what I'm saying, right? I mean, that I honestly think is an appropriate analogy here. I mean, like I said, this is, unfortunately, I don't think that this is no longer a no-fault injury claim, unfortunately. This is morphed into something that's so bad that somehow I'm being charged with charges and my medical releases are forged from an e-signature account that is not associated with me. I mean, what the fuck is even that? Like, it's going too far, y'all. By God, if I was hurt at work and my employer failed to accommodate me and failed to notify the insurance, then that's what happened. If they gave the Industrial Commission disposition statements that had lies on them and also supplied falsified injury reports, falsified timesheets, and evidence, then that's what happened, right? And that's what I've been able to prove. And
okay, well, one thing I can do for you is I can get you in touch with the hearing administrator here. You said you wanted to have another hearing.
Please.
Yeah, I can get you in touch with him.
That's amazing, man.
Second, yep.
Who is that person?
1 second. I'm just looking up the number.
What's your name, by the way?
There we go. Okay. So you're going to talk to, the guy's name is Gregory Hickman.
Okay.
Phone number is 614-644-8351.
Okay. And I know you said that's the hearing administrator. What's a hearing administrator?
Well, he's the guy who decides what hearings are scheduled and how those, and when and where that happens. And if there's some more, like if you need to file a particular form to get a hearing scheduled, he can definitely make sure you have that information.
Does Greg have a fax number by chance?
Yes.
What's his fax?
Fax is 614-466-7043.
43. Okay, and then I'm just gonna say his number again just to make sure I have it. It's 614 614-644-8351, and then the fax number is 614-466-7043.
Okay.
All right. It would be like super clutch if you could somehow find my flash drive.
Yeah, we can take a look downstairs. I would recommend, if you want to be sure that this gets uploaded to the file, use that address that I just gave you. Send it on again. Send it in again. We're gonna check, but a small package like that can get lost in the mix, unfortunately.
Right.
So I don't want to give you any false hope there.
Right.
And I was looking at some of the evidence you'd submitted. It looks like they were scans or photos, but when they were submitted, they were converted into black and white. If you still have those, maybe that's what you're trying to submit on the flash drive anyway, but if you still have those, I would recommend putting them on a flash drive and submitting them that way, because that way they'll be in color. We'll be able to see a lot more detail on that.
Oh man, hey, I could show you all my swollen feet, man. Dude, this is too far, man. I can, like, you know.
Sending anything through email or fax, it gets converted to black and white, and it's very grainy. But if you put it on a flash drive and send it in, it'll be nice and crisp. It'll be just the way you sent it in.
Unfortunately, I spent like some of my last money sending that other one to y'all, but I get paid again on the first because I'm a veteran. But, you know, my VA is the only income that I have right now. So,
well, I am going to look, and if I find it, I'll give you a call.
10-4. Okay. Man, I really appreciate your advice and kindness, and I guess have a good day, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you too.
All right.
And good luck with getting this taken care of. I know it can be a real mess.
Well,
trying to navigate all these different systems.
I just don't understand why they just denied this, and you know, it's just like.
Yeah, that perhaps Mr. Hickman can help you understand why that was denied, because it said I can read it again. Where we go? The other one.
That they don't have jurisdiction or something.
Yeah. Where'd that go?
Do you know about this? So, you know, my claim is filed into common pleas right now over there in Shelby County, which is where I was hurt in Sydney, Ohio, off of 75. But, is that Judge Stevenson's with Shelby County, is he able to see inside my claim file? Or how does that work?
That I do not know. I would not count on it if asking if the judge in the common pleas court.
I also did see where somebody had went into my industrial commission file, and it had a thing where it was like orange all of a sudden, and it said accepted, and then I also saw somewhere in the icon. This was like last week, I think, but in the icon, you know, after I, you know, sent over that motion, you know, for reconsideration, okay? But I also saw where they had accepted my thoracic region. Is that reflected on your end?
No, I didn't look through all your documents. But the documents that I see, you can also see on Icon. So if you're able to find that and bring it up.
Well, it was under, I think, I didn't even find that like in a attachment. It was under like, you know, injury location or whatever. Like it, you know, how there's like all the claim files, like as you work down the page. I think that this was something that was like towards the header is where I seen this. But I was just curious to see if that is still being shown.
Yeah, I didn't see anything like that when I was looking through the documents.
Okay. All right. Well, whenever I get off the phone with you, I'm going to call over there to Greg, I guess. So.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So that, this order means, I'll read it again. The injured worker's request for pain in thoracic spine is dismissed as this is not a compensable diagnosis, and the remainder of the motion requests relief that the Industrial Commission does not have jurisdiction to grant. So perhaps he can help you just know, okay, this is what you should do instead.
Okay.
He's going to be able to give you the best information, though. Like I said, I'm not the guy with all the best information on how to navigate these things, but he'll be able to give you some more help.
10-4. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Okay. You're welcome, and hopefully you get some progress on this. And if you have any trouble getting into your Icon account or any technical issue, give us a call back here.
Okay. Yeah, and look, if you please, if you can find that thing I sent over to y'all, that'd be really awesome. And I guess just let me know if or when you find it, that'd be cool. So.
Yep, we're gonna check on that, and if I find it, I'll let you know.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
All right, you too.
All right, bye.
Bye.
You have reached the Columbus Hearing Administrator Department. We can't take your call at this time, but please leave your name, phone number, and claim number, and we will return your call as soon as possible. Thank you.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hello. I was given y'all's phone number by a person at the Industrial Commission, and my name is Garrett Cole Bearden, and I am trying to get a hold of Mr. Gregory Hickman, and my contact number is 713-443-6863. Again, that's area code 713-443-6863. If I could please get a call back whenever you get this, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey,
Hey, what's up?
just making sure you're alive. You never replied to any of my texts.
Oh, well, now you know the feeling.
Yep, I did. Too safe. All right, I just wanted to make sure you're alive.
Why would I be dead?
I don't know. That's what people assume when you don't get phone calls back.